Baseball's dead.
Rest in pieces, Phillies.
Oh my God! Oh my God! That's Bobby Dynamite's music! That is Bobby Dynamite's music!
We got a tie series.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Punch,
Yeah, we do.
counter, punch.
I love that.
You thought not? You thought fucking
come on. I feel like if we were to do predictions last night, like we said, we're not going to do predictions. I have confidence in us as a show that most, if not all of us, would have probably said Astros respond in a big way. Now, I don't know even say that it was a save situation, or it would have been a safe situation. Obviously, Preston gave up the one run, but they were within 3. It wasn't a
let's
ass
start
beating,
here.
but the Astros came out swinging.
The Astros felt like we should be up 1-0. We're going to show you right now that was fuck.
You can't play that game.
Bad.
You can't play Seattle Mariners. I mean, you go back to that series. They should have been up. Fucking. They should have. I'm not going to say they should have swept the Astros, but like they could have.
What about the start to game 1 and the start to game? There's no let up.
The Mariners should be in the World Series right now. I'm just saying.
Oh, stop it!
You go back and look at that fucking series. They had a huge lead in game 1 that they blew, and they held the Astros scoreless for 17 innings. 17 innings in game 3,
but not the most important innings.
No, I agree. Yep. They ended up losing the baseball games, but sure. There is an alternate like scene. Well, the director's cut.
The Mariners right now are celebrating a world championship
somewhere.
Just not on our timeline, not on this path we're on, but somewhere.
They could have been.
A couple D's over there. 3,
say the same thing about the Braves, honestly.
Oh, fucking stop it. We're not going here. We're not going here.
A ball bounces your way. I'm going to get the boys locked up for a while. I'm not going to harp on anything, but...
No, hey, Joe, why don't you bend down and pick up what you showed us about 30 seconds ago?
What is that?
I'm a Braves fan again. I'm a Braves fan again.
That's an Atlanta Braves slide. You want to know where that was? That was just laying around just like the Atlanta Braves are right now. All right? So fucking stop it. Stop it.
That's too bad.
At least they're Atlanta, unlike your team. You don't know where your team's. Where's your team from?
Whoa! This is a game 2 post game recap, but we're not talking about Uncle Manfred popping off and bumping his gums about the fucking state. We're not here for that.
Not here for that.
Not here for that. I am way too many bottles of wine deep for that conversation right now.
Yeah. Series tied. Game off tomorrow, Sunday. If you're listening to this on Sunday, there's no baseball game tonight.
Travel there.
Series will resume on Monday in Philadelphia. And I would say outside of maybe flip-flopping games 1 and 2, that this series has played out so far how I thought it would.
Close games. Nobody's getting blown away. You've gotten great pitching performances. The problem with tonight is what didn't happen is it wasn't pitch for pitch. That's what didn't happen. It was not pitch for pitch. The Astros came out. I mean, think about it. JT Realmuto didn't catch a fucking pitch until the 4th pitch of the game. Like, he didn't catch a ball until the 4th pitch of the game. Like, come on. Like, you putting a finger on one. Okay, well, maybe not. All right, let's try that. What? We'll try this again. What? 3 doubles later, you're going, what just happened? Like, this is Zach Wheeler out here. These dudes are just fucking squaring him up right now. So it just kind of, it's that cold shower effect. Like, by the time you have finally been able to like, it's 3 runs later.
That's
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's a tough way to get it going.
It comes to, that's the wild part is that, like, if you break it down, like you would say maybe 60% of the Astros damage came in the first 4 pitches of the game.
Yeah. I mean, I thought I saw a crazy stat. But before tonight, like regular season, postseason combined, Zach Wheeler had only given up runs in the first inning in 3 of his 30 starts this year. 3 out of the 30 starts that Zach Wheeler made this year, regular season, postseason combined, he gave up runs. The Phillies lost each one of those starts. He only gave up runs in the first inning in 3 out of his 30 starts going into tonight. And they lost every one of those games. And it's now 4. That's right there a sign of, I think, an offense feeling like, all right, we have got our work cut out for us now because we know who we've got on the mound, Mr. Quality Start himself. And the idea of keeping it close here, like we were hoping to give ourselves a fighting chance by scoring 3 runs. Feeling like hopefully that might be something that could get this job done here based on who the dude on the mound is for us. But it didn't work out that way. For only the 4th time, Zach Wheeler gives up runs in the first inning and they've lost the ball game again. That's a fucking dagger.
Yeah, well, but I would say this has been the Phillies strategy all playoffs. Split on the road and then sweep it home.
Yeah, Joe, I don't know that they've got their knee down in the dirt, drawn up the old fucking let's get Wheels tits lit here in this first inning and see how he bounces back over the next 5 or so, because that wasn't a great. Well, I mean, if it's a strategy, Joe, it played out right into their hand. You're right. They split the first 2 and mission accomplished.
This is what the Phillies do. But I will say, it almost felt like the Phillies. God has been touching the Phillies all playoffs, and they've been giving them graceful, timely hitting, and then seeing Schwarber's foul ball, followed up by like a fucking. The roof had to be open on that ball.
Oh, Tucker,
that was
just the nonchalant. You know how many times Kyle Tucker has just robbed people emotionally? Like he is the fucking Grim Reaper of Homer emotion in the Astros ballpark for visiting teams to right field.
I mean, that one he was parked there, but I mean, I think a lot of us thought that was fucking gone. It was tough.
Dude, if you watch Tucker, like, and again, I watch a lot more of him than maybe some people just because he's a division opponent, but so many times he has been just standing at the wall and the camera shot is like mid-level, right? It's like you're getting some of the mezzanine here. It's like you're just waiting. And then all of a sudden, whoop, pans down, zooms out a little so it can catch Kyle Tucker with a melancholy look on his face going, nope, not again.
How tall is that motherfucker?
Well, I was just going to say he's fucking 6'4", 6'5", standing there at the wall, catching it at his head. That's a fucking homer by 2.5 feet. And he knows it. And he's just like, fuck you.
Kyle Tucker's getting cocky, man.
Oh, but you know what? I think that's part of his, like just as I refer to it, the cavalier approach to him. Like, fuck, look, dude, should be 4 games. If they fuck around and hit the ball, it might be 5 games. We'll see. But it's because he does that too. Like on the other side, he knows he is just absolutely stealing people's hearts, just ripping their heart and their
How
hope
high is that wall?
out of their chest. It's, I want to say
5.5 feet.
No, I would say like maybe 6'2", 6'3", somewhere around there.
It's at his like
Maybe
shoulders.
6'5". I mean, no,
that's
I'm saying the wall.
Yeah, the wall is the wall like, is he head height? Is he an inch or 2 over the wall? I don't know.
He's robbing home runs like it's a pop fly. He's just robbing home runs.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So like with his arms extended, his elbow probably head height.
I mean, Mookie's like 5'8", and he got up over that wall pretty easily. But he can also get up there in general.
I'm fucking getting tired of the walls at Minute Maid.
Yeah.
I mean, what's going on there? The left field wall is, that
Crawford
First
boxes.
of all,
respect the Crawford boxes.
I don't know if I respect the Crawford boxes. Do they even have that train still?
Yeah, dude.
That's you kidding me? What, are you just going to fire Bobby Dynamite? You don't.
Well, they got the train, but they got rid of the hill. So then I'm thinking, do they get rid of the train?
Yeah. Hey, Joe, that was 17 years ago. Thanks for checking.
Thanks for checking in.
Yeah,
It feels like
newsflash.
just yesterday, Dallas. There was a hill in center field.
George's
Now
like, I
there's
saw
no hill.
Chas McCormick going back on a ball, and I had no idea they got rid of that fucking hill. Did they do that in between the NLCS or the ALCS and the series? When did that?
I'm just saying, it's getting a
When did that
little much.
happen?
They got hills. They got one wall that's like the Great Wall of China. The other wall's like a fucking step stool.
you got a little issue with walls right now, Joe.
Yeah.
They're walls. Well, that Yordan Alvarez double in the first inning.
What is this? Is this breaking news?
So the fucking breaking news sound, Dallas. The Phillies, this just came out. Phillies are going with Noah Syndergaard
Oh yeah.
in game 3. And Joey's boy, Ranger Suarez in game 4.
What?
Love it.
Yeah, dude.
Love it.
Mr.
Love it. Ranger. See, there you go.
Ranger.
Got a little bullpen
Yeah.
session. No big deal.
Mm-hmm.
It's all good. Now Thor looking to be a Thor in the side of the Astros.
Sure. Did I see this statistic correctly that coming into tonight, the Astros had lost 7 out of their last 8 home games in the World Series?
Is that
Makes
true?
sense. That makes sense. They lost all of them to the Nationals,
Yeah.
and they only won, I think, one game against the Braves last year
That's
in
crazy.
the whole series, right?
Yeah.
Can we
Something-
can we
that's something I
talk
should
can we
know.
talk just real quickly what we think about this matchup here, Syndergaard against this lineup? Just simply because where are we at on Syndergaard and his ability to generate the swing and miss these days?
Not high, not super high.
And if we're going against, and look, he's got a good fastball still. It's not what it was.
Well, he has a broader repertoire now.
Understandable. But I think when it comes to a moment like this, you're going to revert back to your comfort zones. And if there's a couple pitches, couple offerings that you've been dabbling with, that you've been able to throw in certain spots in June, great. Great. I don't know that you have that confidence in October here when it's nut cutting time, but that will be the test. Is the Syndergaard that has tried to revamp and go about his business in a different way, is that guy going to be able to compete against a team who simply does not swing and miss, who puts the fire to the feet of everyone who takes the mound opposing them? That's what I'm kind of worried about, or what I think about here with Noah Syndergaard. Because as we go into, as we look at this season right now, and this is just, I've been thinking about this with Noah, swinging strike rate, it's the lowest of his career. Swinging strike rate for Noah Syndergaard. He's in the single digits for the first time in his career, I believe, if I remember correctly. He's right at 9, or a little above or a little below 9% swinging strike rate, where for the better part of his career, it was 11, 12 plus. That is something to think about. They're
Just
not
say
really-
you don't love the matchup. I mean, I don't think that there's no way to walk into this being like, you know what? I fucking love this matchup for the Phils. I don't love the matchup for the Phillies, but I mean, their bullpen's been great in the postseason. So I mean,
get it to the bullpen early?
That's what I'm thinking. That's probably their plan.
But that's why I wouldn't have gone as
We
far
just
as to
watched
naming.
them fucking nail fucking Wheeler's nuts to the wall in the first 3 pitches of the fucking game, boys.
That's what I'm saying.
But what did they do against the bullpen?
Put up a couple more.
No, it didn't.
Who did
What do you
Bregman
mean? No,
get?
they didn't. Bregman hit a
That was
fucking
against
2-run
Wheeler.
homer.
Wheeler,
Oh,
right?
that was against Wheeler. Yes.
Yeah.
I apologize.
Yeah. Also,
Apologies, Justin.
that's
Apologies,
why. I mean,
second.
it's not like if you name a starter that you're locked into that guy starting. But Ranger Suarez, if you need like a guy to go long for you, like if Noah Syndergaard, put it this way, if Noah Syndergaard gives you an inning and 2/3, do you go Ranger Suarez first out of the bullpen for
Well,
length?
didn't they already schedule him for
No,
game
yeah,
4?
Suarez
That's
is
what I'm
pitching.
saying. That's literally
Yeah.
what I just said about like, if you name a guy a starter for game 4, you're not
No, the only way that
obligated
guy,
to still start him
because
But
because
if
the
you don't-
bullpen has been such a strength for the Phillies in this postseason. if Noah Syndergaard gets knocked out before the second inning, would you go to Ranger Suarez for length so you don't tax your pen? Because you're playing, there's no off day, right? Is it 3 straight in Philly?
Yes.
The off day is Thursday. So you're going what? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Yeah.
Yeah, but you can't pitch Suarez tomorrow because you're going to need length in game 4 regardless. So if you're worried about the bullpen, you can't just burn Suarez. Then you got to start what? Fulton, whatever the guy's name was. We don't want to see that again.
What you need, you have to have. So like we talk about building bullpens from the back end forward in the offseason. When you're game planning, you absolutely need to have a starting point in these games. You have to have a starting point. Even if it's for an inning, Jared. This is how we go from here we match up. Because like Minnie tried with the opener, and this is, again, regular season as opposed to postseason, but how many times did we see it where, all right, you get through the first 3 outs, great. You know what? That was pretty effortless. Let's see if we can steal another couple outs. Shit hits the fan. So you always have that game plan for how things are going to start and go out of the gate. And from there, it's about whether or not you get punched in the mouth and you can maintain your composure, stick with the game plan. Do you feel like you have a fighting chance? Because one thing this offense has shown from Philly is they will punch back. They can claw back. They did it a little bit tonight. Not a lot, but they've shown resiliency. Yeah. So even if you get out to an early lead, Philly has shown that they will give you their best all 9. So it's a matter of what that lead looks like and how early and how insurmountable does it feel. Because tonight, 3 runs with fucking Framber on the tit, but you go ahead and book it. A quality start. I mean, the guy wakes up and shits quality starts.
That's all he does is quality starts.
It was just another day in the life of Framber Valdez. Today was a good day.
Mm-hmm.
Even though he's being exposed on Twitter for cheating.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
What are we talking about? I mean, it's a guy who's just trying to get the most moisture out of his hand in a crucial situation.
That's just so annoying, bro. Because Wheeler was fucking digging for shit too, dude. Everyone's doing it. It was just more obvious, and that shit's like trending on Twitter because it's just more obvious.
What's obvious?
That he's fucking going for sweat. He's, maybe it's actually
sweat.
That's what maybe it is legal, but it's not more illegal than what anyone else was doing. Wheeler, after every pitched, goes to he does this every time.
Ticks. These are ticks.
They're not fucking ticks.
They're not ticks.
Because he's not the only one who does it. I don't know why. In Dallas, you probably do, but I don't know what. But
Dallas is defending his brethren.
60% of the pitchers in the league ever pitch, they go to their fucking pants right here over the belt, but their pants look clean. So what the fuck are they touching?
Dallas is not going to tell you. He's not. Is it? Joe, the one thing you got to remember, Dallas ain't one of us. Like he's on the pod, but he's still in the fraternity. He's still in the fraternity. He may not be active, but he's never going to snitch on a big leaguer, except unless their name is Nathan Eovaldi.
Wow, that was not. There was nothing personal there.
Yeah, I mean, you just
assessing.
You casually like to pick and choose when you're a snitch, but I think in this particular case, he ain't gonna rat. He's gonna play dumb.
What do the numbers tell you?
There weren't. That's why
it's because he's been doing the same shit the whole year. It's going to be the same the whole year. Yeah. He does that every single fucking start.
Baseline. We already gathered the baseline. They had another meeting. Remember, I told you guys about the meeting. Everybody got the memo. Everybody had the powwow.
You know what else was happening, Dallas? Here's what was happening. He had the shit on his glove hand, and they were checking his left. He's a left-handed pitcher. Then they're like, "Oh, let me see your left hand." They'll check his left hand, but all the shit's on his right hand. So
no, it has. If you're using it, it has to go on your pitching hand eventually, or there's no
sure, but then it goes on the baseball. So I don't give a fuck personally. I really don't. I cared about spider tack because talking to guys in the league, they would explain to me, a non-professional hitter, what the difference is when you're in the batter's box when a guy's using pine tar, sunscreen, rosin, sweat, that combo versus spider tack. Spider tack to me, that's cheating. Like you are doing something to the baseball that is making it infinitely more difficult to hit. If you're using like something just to grip the baseball, yeah, it's going to make you better from a control standpoint, but you've got the best hitters in the game telling you, yeah, I don't give a fuck if they use that stuff. I care if they're using spider tack. So we've had this conversation a billion times. I don't give a fuck if Framber Valdez is out there using sunscreen, rosin, and sweat. I don't give a fuck if he's using pine tar. I genuinely don't. I only cared about spider tack because that was making it do demon shit. So I don't care. I really don't care. Like people were coming at me because I tweeted the video. And they're like,
I was going to ask you a question.
Sure.
So why'd you post the video?
Because it's my job. It's a video that people were talking about. Right now, the tweet has been up for 1 hour and it has 1.4 million views. So for my job, I know that people are going to be talking about it. So I have to put it out there. I don't give a fuck. I followed up by saying like, hey, I don't fucking care.
No, for sure. You know, I'm just fucking wearing you out. Let's get specific about it. Looking at the video, what, Joey, from your perspective, initially, you see this, you see it slowed down, you watch the video, you rewind the video. What do you see?
He's going for sweat. And he has to be mixing with something. I don't know what he has on his arm. I don't know the actual technique behind it. He's going for sweat and he's rubbing the sweat on something else, but he's getting a lot of sweat. What is it? Rosin in his glove? You can't put rosin in your glove like that, but he's not touching the rosin bag. So does he have something on his arm? And then when you get sweaty, it makes it stickier.
Well, there are multiple combinations of substances that you can use that activate once they are, that are water activated or moisture activated. So when you sweat, that only enhances the effect you're looking for. And straight up, it's a matter of doing your homework, understanding, I don't want to call it simple science or rudimentary science, but if you've decided to go down that road, you have a good idea of what works, what doesn't. So you've probably gotten comfortable and you've probably found a mixture that works for you. That being said, that is, and this is, I'll give you the defense attorney approach to this. All right. If you're a pitcher, your glove hand, and I'm showing the camera this right now. So go to the YouTube channel and check out this so you can see what I'm doing here. But as you grip that glove and squeeze, sweat starts to drip down through the palm. Right. And so there's a lot of moisture that gathers in that area right there specifically. And if you have a hard time because Framber is wearing 3/4 sleeves and maybe there's just, I don't know, not as much moisture to be had on the wrist as there is in the palm area because he's probably got, a nice lining of his glove that's hot, sweat. Look, we've all put a fucking glove on. You know what it feels like. So that is kind of what I see initially. And then I could tell you my experiences from when I pitched, things that I did. And yes, there could be room for a little extracurricular activity, but based on what the video shows, based on what the checks told us, Framber Valdez well within the means of operating cleanly.
Yeah, he's completely clean. Wasn't doing anything illegal or nothing like that. Would never accuse another player of cheating.
Because something else, like you see him going with the thumb, right? It's the thumb specifically. That's the finger, or that's one of the fingers that you would use to really rub a certain spot. So like rubbing up a baseball, there's an art to rubbing up the baseball, especially in game, especially if you know what pitch you're going to be going to. That's why you'll see guys, one of the tells for guys is whether or not they go to the rosin bag with 2 strikes, or if they go to the rosin bag early and you get something spinning. Now you start to keep track of when they go to the rosin bag, what pitch comes after. I mean, that's simple shit you learn in Little League, but this is stuff. Hey, it could just be a matter of him needing to create a little tack in a certain spot on the ball and being able to press down with some moisture gets it done.
Yeah.
I just, I mean, for Pete's sake, it's
There's certain practices in the game.
I mean, come on. Let the fucking lefty live. Let the lefty live.
I got no problem with it. I just,
It's unfortunate.
it's my job to comment on it.
It's his, and I know. People love
Joey,
cheating.
have you seen the video? Have you seen the video of me like breaking down how I did it?
Yes, I've seen every foreign substance video ever created, and I have seen that.
Yeah. So it's just like I could do it in a room full of cameras, and they would
Dallas
never catch it.
Bong water Braden.
Dude, but that's my problem. Is this like, it's just for some reason his was so obvious. Wheeler was using shit too. You could see him touching his pants in the same spot after every single pitch. Nobody
watch Diego Castillo pitch. The guy grabs his hat, grabs his glove, pulls on the strands in the same exact order every time. Every time.
It's
every time. It's just nature. It's what you do, man. It's
what do you mean in
do.
nature? It's just that, but it's not nature as in there's a reason. It's not nature. It's that I want the thing to be sticky and give me a better grip.
No,
when you say nature, I feel like you're saying it's just a nervous tick. They all do the same thing. It's just not like, think about, we all pitched in Little League, right?
Yep. Well, Jared did.
Did
He
you?
played right field.
I would call it dominant.
Did you think about
Sorry.
think
I
about
pitched.
your pitching and you're not worried about spin rate because you're 11 years old? Are you touching your fucking hat after every pitch?
Yeah. You ever
No.
watch the Little League World Series, Joey?
I have.
These fucking kids go through an entire routine because they see the big leaguers do it.
I didn't do that. I think the only thing I did
Jared
that was
didn't
like
have cable and he played right field in
The only-
Saugus. There were fucking three
the
people.
only
at the
the
game.
only
His
tick
mom, his
that
dad, his sister.
I borrowed from like a big leaguer was like, by the time I was in high school, that's when Papelbon was shoving, and I would do like the little fucking stomp around the mound after a strikeout. I would just do like fastball, punchy, head down, do a
Christ.
fucking a little lap around the mound, and then come back as they're throwing it around like that. That's the
Bro.
only thing I ever borrowed from a big leaguer.
I remember when Kimbrel started pitching for, I think it was Kimbrel, started going for the Braves. And when he first came up, he would have like pine tar on his hat. Or I don't know who it was, but he would
Yeah,
kept
all day.
doing that. So
Kimbrel did
I
that.
started doing that as like a 12-year-old. I would put pine tar on my hat just because I thought it looked cool.
It does
didn't
look
know
cool.
I
It
didn't think
does
it,
look cool, yeah. Yeah, there's
It does
nothing
look
wrong
cool.
with a little pine tar in the hat.
All right. Back to this fucking ball game here.
Yeah.
Are
Big
you-
hit
are
by
you
Breggy.
worried- What's that?
Said big hit by Breggy.
Huge.
That was
You
the
need
game. That ended up being the
breathing
game
room.
winner.
Well,
No, that's the game winner.
it was only a 2-run homer.
Yeah, and they fucking Phillies scored 3 runs.
no way. They scored 2.
No, they scored 2. Final score 5-2.
Who won? Who won?
Who won the game?
Were you watching this game? We breaking down the same game here?
Was it not a 3-run homer?
It was not a 3-run homer.
2-run homer.
2-run bot.
It was a game winner to me. I know Bregman
Because they scored 3 in the first. Scored 3 in the first.
I know Bregman.
And that's what allowed Framber Valdez to cruise through 6 1/3 innings, 3 walks, 9 punch outs. 16 of the 19 outs recorded by Framber Valdez were on the ground, or he just took care of it himself.
He's got a nasty curve.
A hammer, and a great curveball.
Should I share this? I might share this. Okay. So, an unnamed active MLB player slid into my DMs tonight. I'll leave his name out of it. He sent me the video of Framber doing what he was doing.
I already know who it is.
Do you?
Yeah.
Text me.
I don't even want to tell you what hand he throws with because that would be
Give me a lefty.
So he DMs me and he said, shit changing his career It has made his breaking pitches way better. And then, actually, in this DM exchange, I sent him Joey's video. But he said, man, you have no clue. I've seen everyone cheat, including my own teammates, and I've seen it help them out significantly. I had an umpire tell me this year that MLB knows and MLB just doesn't care.
Yep.
Duh. Dude, look at the spin rates. You can see it on Baseball Savant. They go up every single month. Every single month since the crackdown was like 1 month it stayed low. It's gone up every single month. There's going to be a crackdown 2.0. I guarantee that shit because Spider Tack is back.
It's not Spider Tack.
I don't think what he's using was Spider Tack, but people are using Spider Tack.
Let me just tell you guys this much right now, all right? If you thought that the effort to control steroid use was going to have the impact it did, well, you would be surprised to think that the game cleaned up as much as it did. You'd also be surprised to find out how many people are still figuring out ways to circumnavigate the process. That being said, this is such a lower level field to dabble in, to get away with. You're fighting an uphill battle.
Yeah.
You're fighting an uphill battle.
But I would just like to double down. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
Did you get my text, by the way?
Yeah, I texted you back, idiot.
Oh, I didn't. Oh, I don't look.
Yeah. So,
well, you know. Wow. Well, think about never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who the fuck it is either, guys. Whoever's listening is pissed off and thinks that, like, I don't know. I'm with you guys.
No,
listening.
Joe, you need to be the character that you're the what is that called? The what's it called when like the character represents multiple people?
The main character.
No.
I don't know.
Dynamic.
I have no idea.
There's a word for it. You guys are just dumb. Anyways,
the antagonist, the protagonist, and
no, there's like a character that like in the movies it's one person, but it's supposed to represent many people.
Yeah, well, I'm at least like 3-4
That's
people.
you. Joey is the character that represents the listenership right now. They're like, what the fuck? We want to know who the fuck it is, dude.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yes. Yeah. Anyways.
I gotcha. Yeah.
Like Mark Wahlberg's character in the Boston Marathon bombing movie, he was supposed to represent all the first responders.
Yeah,
Yes,
we all
yes.
saw it.
It's a good movie.
Twice. Yeah.
Anyways, the Astros were in control of this game the entire time. I don't think
The Titans 0 for 7 with runners in scoring position, boys.
Yeah. Yeah. The Astros were in control of this game the entire time, which is what you'd expect. And I don't want to hear anything about, because I've seen it on Twitter a little bit, Houston fans being like, oh, they're lucky to even have a split. They should be down 0-2. Dude, Justin Verlander fucking sucks in the World Series, man. Like the Phillies did their job. You can't say that they lucked into a win against the Astros in game 1. They came and they took it.
Verlander is 100. What did I hear? 101-0 when giving 5 runs of support or more. Like
for real?
It was something astronomical. Whatever it fucking was.
Well, he didn't take the L.
Right. So it still stands. He still hasn't lost a game,
but he hasn't lost
having been spotted 5 runs.
Yeah.
But like seriously, that is, and I don't know what the number is. I mean, I'm sure, like I said, I just gave you the stat, 101, whatever. He hasn't lost a game when been given 5 runs. So over the course of his Hall of Fame career, how many outings is Justin Verlander giving up 5 runs? Right? Like not a lot.
Not a ton, I bet.
You just don't expect that kind of outing from him. So whether it's in the World Series or not, you'd like to think you get out to that kind of a lead, that kind of cushion with that motherfucker on the bump, you're in a pretty good spot. You're in a really good spot. Yeah. But the World Series bug bit him. So
the series is right where it's supposed to be. Series is right where it's supposed to be. Keep it right there. Let's keep a little back and forth. Let's all be gentlemen here. Let's respect the volley.
Yeah. How could you, as an Astros fan, watch game one and be like, we deserve to win?
It's not. I don't think it's a deserve to win, but like I just told you. Yeah, if I'm an Astros fan and Justin Verlander rolls out there and does not complete the job after getting a 5-run cushion, I walk away feeling like we fucking gave that to you. We gave that to you. We fucked that up. And
Lance McCullers, by the way, for game 3.
Ooh.
Spin doctor.
Yeah.
Over-under on fastballs for Lance McCullers. I'm going to set the over-under on 13.
I was going to say 25.
No. Fastballs. 4-seam fastballs. Well, I guess I'll mix in a 2-seam here and there.
Coolest glove in the
2-seam
league.
combine.
Coolest glove in the league.
Yeah, shout out to Jose Altuve. What is that
He's
now?
back.
9 postseason games with 3 hits or more.
Yeah.
3rd all time.
Starting
Who's
to click.
number 1? You see, Derek
Or
Jeter
World
was
Series.
way up.
Sorry.
Starting to
Jeter
click for
was-
that fucking midget.
He's back.
So, and that's, I mean, don't let that happen, right? Don't let that happen.
Don't let what happened. Jose get hot?
Yeah.
I love Jose Altuve.
Jose was 0 for October, and now things are starting to turn around.
Can you imagine
Yeah,
that?
yo.
Imagine being that guy. Oh, I hate Jose Altuve.
Who
He's a
hates
loser.
Jose Altuve besides
A lot
Yankee fans?
A lot. It's a good point. A lot of fucking. Come on, man. He hit a ball. He hit a ball that was over his fucking helmet for a single.
That's why they hate him.
That's why they hate him.
What
Well,
about the illegal bat?
yeah, what the fuck is that? That like it was literally just specifications, and it was
It's the specs. Yep. It's
it
the
was
specs.
it was for safety. It's not even a
Certain
competitive advantage.
No, it's certain models, because of the thickness of the handle and the way that bats were breaking in the past as opposed to the way they're breaking now, shattering in the past as opposed to breaking in larger pieces, 2 pieces, maybe 3. There's some splintering, but nothing like what's happening in the past. So yeah,
Yeah, people were trying to say that Maldonado was cheating. It's like, bro, he has like 3 hits in his entire career.
well, they were saying, he's starting to swing the bat a little better here, and he's been using somebody else's bat, blah, 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 blah. Like, no, calm down. It's just a matter of a model
Tom
that was
Verducci just
allowed
casually
from a
dropping
player
him.
who
Here it is.
played
Here's Tom
way
Verducci.
back.
I gotta connect to my internet.
Maldonado is using a different bat today here in Game 2. He found out from MLB today that the bat he used last night was not a legal bat. It was a model that he obtained from Albert Pujols. And he used it because he thought it was very similar in size and weight to his own model. The barrel, he said, was slightly bigger. And he also thought it was a way to honor the baseball legend, of course, retiring with the close of this season. But here's the catch to it, guys. In 2010, Major League Baseball changed the bat specifications. And that bat, that Pujols model bat, was no longer legal, except if you were playing prior to 2010, it was grandfathered in. So Albert Pujols could use that bat, but Maldonado, who began his Major League career in 2011, was not legally able to use that bat.
I mean, people, when I tweeted that video, I said, I think fans got so high off of the 2017 cheating scandal that they've been chasing that high ever since. And people want the trash can rush again so bad that they'll tweak out over illegal bat specifications. Like, people were going fucking nuts about this on Twitter. I'm like, bro, like it's a safety issue. It has nothing to do with a competitive advantage.
No, those same people had no idea that the fucking specifications were ever even put into place. I promise you.
No, if it was such a competitive advantage, would you leave the bat in the hands of fucking one of the most prolific home run hitters in baseball history?
Yeah. And not only that, but could you imagine what those folks would think and do if they ever found out that the spitball was a pitch that was allowed to be thrown? A spitball.
Yeah, you were allowed. Yeah, you were grandfathered in. Yeah.
Gaylord Perry, for those folks who don't understand, threw a spitball. And because he threw a spitball prior to them cracking down on guys throwing spitballs, they were like, all right, you can keep throwing it. Like you can, and some of the other guys that did. But nobody else. You can't come into the league and throw this shit.
Gaylord Perry wrote a book about using the spitball.
Yeah.
He admitted to using it and then did it for 10 more years.
Just spit on it. Spit on a little. No big deal. Spit on it a little. Yep. All right. Well, game 2 in the books.
Game 2 in the books. We'll be back Monday night.
Fuck yeah.
Monday night after game 3 in Philly, dude. Fucking Philly.
McCullers,
those people are going to be loud.
Suarez.
No. McCullers and Syndergaard.
Oh, Syndergaard. Sorry. Yeah. That's
right. Yeah. Hey, Joe, where's that flag at? Or your little towel, bro?
I switched to the Astros.
Yeah.
All right. Enjoy your off night. Go talk to your family.
With the feels.
Go talk to your friends. Go talk to your family. We'll be back on Monday. World Series is tied. Game of peace. The Stros, dude. The fucking Stros evening it up. We'll see you Monday.
Wow.